Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at HBAR again. Before we jump into the price action, just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below. Always happy to hear from you. Okay, so primarily we're still looking for the same thing with HBAR. We did come back down into the zone and we were talking about the potential of starting a 5-wave move, looking to target out this zone up here. Alternatively, like we were saying in the other video, we could complete into this high, in which case we could be setting up for a deeper move down into this lower green box area here of this 536 to this 424 zone. So this is something that we could be looking for. We have actually moved into this fourth wave area like we were talking about, and effectively we would want to start to see this moving away now. And this would be our target zone that we'd be looking at initially, and to see if we do get any further extension. So effectively what we'd be looking at within this is, if I turn this on, this one here, the way we would be looking at this potentially is that you'd have to look at this as a diagonal if you were going to include this within the shape, and basically we'd be looking at this as a potential 1, 2, and then we'd be starting to form this third wave. So it is possible we could be getting some extension within here, where this becomes a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially a 2, and then we look to extend. So it is possible that we're still within this fifth wave. This fourth wave here is quite big in relation to this 2, so I'm not really keen on counting it this way, but for the most part it came down to that support zone, and now we're actually starting to move away. So for as long as we hold this zone of this 664 area, it's possible we could look to move into here, though we need to be careful that there isn't further extension, and we can also argue that potentially maybe we have completed into there. If we do move higher here past this 821, it would indicate that there's been some extension in here, in which case we would be looking for a higher target for our third wave. And effectively what that would mean is that this would then become a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then this yellow third wave here would actually end higher up. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on it. If we do get a move that is more sort of powerful here, and we move substantially past the 781 area, then we would be looking for a bigger move. So this is my primary target. Like I said, I want to see if this fifth wave actually plays out into here, or if we start to get some further extension. If we do get that further extension, like I said to you, I think that it would indicate that we've got to move here potentially as a 5, and then we would have completed a 2 here. It is also possible that if we do break down further, we could look to find support into this box area. If we do look to that option, then like I said, I think it would rather be that we have a 4th and a 5th in here, and then this is just going to be an ABC. So that as an ABC, if we just throw this onto here and we have a look at this, effectively that 1-to-1 would bring us to this 657. So the 854 would actually be on the top of these moves, so that could be an interesting area as well. So if we do actually move down here instead of up, and we have this as an A, a B, and a C, this is something that could play out. If we do move into the support zone, effectively this would change the target zone. Like I said, it depends where. If we just come to the top of the move, it would be, I'm going to go for the higher value. So then we'd be looking for a 8192 as a impulsive trigger. So this would be basically if we do move down to that that area of this 50% retracement. If we come deeper, effectively we would be looking at lowering this target slightly. So if we came to this 618, it would be lower down here at this 807 area. 807. Okay, so that would be then looking for this, and what that would mean is that within this structure we'd have a 1, 2, 3, we'd come back down for a 4th and a 5th, and then we would still have these additional legs here potentially to come to the upside and look to potentially target out this 957 to this 862 area. So that's the bullish option here. So this is all valid for as long as we hold the support zone here. I would just have to mark this up actually there. The 622. If we hold that 622, effectively then we can argue that we have potential for some bullish structure to play out here. If we lose this zone, however, this would invalidate all sort of bullish potentials here. Really, if we come too far below the 639, it's probably an early indication that this is wrong. So if this does start to break down here and we actually move down below this, is probably following the bearish count. So we're going to talk about that bearish count now. So the other way we were looking at this is looking for a slightly deeper retracement, and we were talking about this as potentially coming down for this Y wave, and I don't think it's likely we've completed this Y wave. There is two ways we can look at it. So we can either look at this as still being within this X wave, and what that means is actually all of this move that we're going to get to the side here is just an X, and then we're going to get another wave to the downside. So if we do have something like that play out, effectively what we'd be looking at is, we were talking about this potentially completing into this point here. I'll have to relabel it up, but effectively we're looking at the potential of this being an A wave, and then looking for a B and a C to the upside. So if we have actually completed this A wave into this high point here, effectively we'd be looking for this deeper B wave correction. So if we're looking at this as a WXY, what I'd be looking for this is potentially a W wave into here. So like I said, we can look at this in two ways. Either we're still within this X, and we'd have to look at this as a B, and then a flat correction potentially for a C. Or yeah, that would be how we would have to look at it with this 5 wave moving here. Otherwise, it wouldn't really make much sense. So it would be an A, B, and a C for a flat. So if that's the case, then our target zone is still within the same sort of area that we're looking at. And we'd have to be looking at this as potentially a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. If we do get this push up into this red box zone here, the 732 to the 715, and we do face rejection, it is potentially possible that we are looking at this count. So we would want to see a 5 wave move to the downside though to confirm it. And effectively we have these zones here. So this would be the zone of a flat correction where the B wave would typically travel. So that would be looking at this as an A, B, and a C. It would be slightly different if we're looking at it the other way around. The C wave could potentially go a little bit higher. So we'd have to argue that within this, our C wave could potentially travel as high as the 61618 if the X wave is still in play. And what we'd be looking for is basically a 5 wave move to the upside here, and it could look to move as deep as that 1618, but really all it has to do is just come back into this 1-to-1 zone, which would take this high. So that is still possible. If we do get this move up here, we can see there's a little bit of confluence within this zone. We do have the 0.618 retracement here of this W wave as well, so that could be an interesting area. But we have also come into this 50%, so got to just see how this plays out. If we get that bullish potential to the upside, it would invalidate this effectively, because we would be looking to take this 809. If however we don't get that, then we could actually still be looking for this move to the downside here. And basically, if we do reject within this this box area, the 732 to the 715, what I would then be looking for is a 5 wave move to the downside. If we are looking at this as a flat correction for a Y wave, where this is just a connector here, and then we're getting a flat for this Y. So this is something that can still play out, where we actually look to push down towards this 0618 to this 0589. So if we do this, effectively it would invalidate that bullish structure that we have, and then I would still be looking for a deeper move. So that 1-to-1 is still currently sitting at this 557. So if we do get a move down here, that could be an interesting area we look to target out. Yeah, so we're going to give it a little bit more time here, see how we play out. But ideally, I'd want to come deeper into this box. If we do come down deeper here, I'd be looking for supports in here. If we fail to hold this 424, we'd have to be very cautious, because it would probably mean that we're going to actually break down here. And then we could be looking at this potentially as just a connection wave, and we're looking to set a new low. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below. We're always happy to hear from you, so why not just drop us a comment down there. Let us know what you think within the markets. Do you think we've set a new low here, or do you think that we are potentially starting a new bull run? Always happy to hear from you. Let us know down below. In the description, you'll find a link to Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. Once you're in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff. Also in the description, you'll find affiliate links to BYBIT and Prime XBT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. So if you don't have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel. And if you do meet the deposit requirements, which can be found on the website, you will receive bonuses as well. So why not check it out if you haven't got one? Really great exchanges. Okay, everyone, have a great weekend. We'll see you in the next one.